Yeah, my only disappointment with this collection is it kind of is hinting that we might not get, like, you know, a mothership this year, which saddens me. But I feel like she hears like all your criticism and like, well, they don't want what I have to offer. Hey loves, what is up? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are playing with Pat McGrath Labs. I got both eyeshadow quads, but today we are using the one in Opalescent Orchid. This is what I have on my eyes today, and I absolutely love this look. Something about this palette sparked my creativity today. Like, I opened it and I didn't know what I wanted to do, and like I like struggled. Like, there were several ideas running in my head. This is what we ended up with landing on today. I look like I'm about to go like perform on stage with Shaka Khan. I got more excited about this the second I started using it. I will say, like, compared to online versus like what it looks like in person it does not look as metallic and foiled. Like, this looks very basic Betty in person. Like, it doesn't even like look like it stands out in person, but the second you start putting them on your eyes, it's like, oh that's more of the reaction I got, especially when I was trying to create an eye look. And then, like I said, I got like a million and one ideas going in my head, like where I could do, where I could go with it, and blah blah blah. And that's a really good sign. Like, the fact that I think I can create multiple looks with just these little 4 shades, and I didn't have to reach outside the palette when thinking about all the ideas I wanted to do with this. Is this your everyday friendly wearable palette? Not at all. So if you're gonna use this, I think this is the creativity and spark like people were missing. But I know a lot of people passed on this just because it's like more pinks and purples, like, and this little pop of turquoise. Yeah. It's almost teetering into the border of her special shades. I feel like it's not quite there. This is nice. I will say this palette, if you're a darker complexion, you definitely could use this. Using this today, this was fun. This sparked a lot of creativity in me. And if you want to see, you know, my thoughts and me apply these products, just keep on watching. Like I said in the intro, we're just going to focus on one quad today, and that is Opalescent Orchid. It's the one with the blue in it. I think this one is the most exciting one for most people when they seen it. I will say I looked at it yesterday when it came in the mail just to make sure, like, you know, it wasn't broken or shattered or anything like that. It looks way better online than it does in person. Generally speaking, I usually have the opposite effect. Like, I see something online and it looks boring, and I get it in person, I'm like, oh, this is gorgeous. No, I actually opened this and I was like, oh, this is lackluster. Like, online, the shadows look so much more multi-dimensional and textured and glittery, and this looks not like that. So yeah, this is Opalescent Orchid, and it has 4 shades in here. I'm gonna swatch them on the back of my hand really quickly. But that's pretty. It reminds me of something though that already exists. But those are the 4 shades. Really pretty. Iridescent Icon, which is that white shade. It has a pink duochrome flip in it. Then we have Lilac Luminary, which is like the purplish silvery one. We also have Rose Radiance, which is a pink matte, and Aqua Aurora, which is the turquoise shade. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do today, but we'll figure it out. I was surprised there was a matte in this. I thought this palette was entirely shimmers, and I was reading the description. I was like, oh shit, there's a matte in here. There's a matte in here. So that was interesting. It says featuring a matte shade for definition, 2 mesmerizing metallic shades for depth, and a luminizer for highlights. Each palette offers endless possibilities for crafting captivating looks. Pat says, I found myself completely enamored with the beauty of blossoming flowers. Each of these stunning quads unveils a spectrum of floral-inspired hues that are perfect for the season. The warm, seductive sun-kissed shimmers of Nirvana Nectar light up the eyes with a luminous golden glow, while the pastel pearls of Opalescent Orchid dress lids in ethereal, elegant iridescence. Shockingly, I can see like 4 looks I can get out of this. Just looking at this palette alone. The white shade, the white duochrome shade, that's actually a pink shade, is making it like really spicy. I'm gonna do one eye off camera, come back, and that will like let me know for sure like what we are doing today. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I figured it out. Are you close enough? I think I want to add one little extra touch, but I don't know if it's doing too much. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and just with a little bit of this blue shade and see what that does. I am getting glitter fallout on my face, but like this is definitely one of those situations where I should have did, you know, my base after I did my eye look. Okay, I like that. That's fun. That little pop of blue in the inner corner and on the brow. Just gonna add a little bit more pink there to soften that edge. This pink, I'm gonna say, is turning up more purple on my complexion than it is actual pink. I think this is very purple. So first I took the shade Rose Radiance, the matte in here, and I just piled that on the lid. Nothing fancy. My eyes are prepped. And I will say this went a lot faster with a flat shader brush versus a blending brush. As you can see, like it's more like a magenta violet shade. It's like, it's way more purple leaning than pink. So that kind of like threw me off, because the first eye look I did, like I thought like I knew what this would look like on the lid, but like on the lid it definitely leans more purple. So yeah, I'm gonna just pack that on the lid and just get as much color on there as I can. This is definitely a matte shade. It doesn't read as a satin either on the lids. I thought it was more of like a matte, a satin matte, but it's definitely a matte matte. And then I took a blending brush and took the same shade, and I'm gonna just drag it up. Like now we're just blowing it out. I think I'm gonna change that up there a little bit, but like we'll see when I get to the end. Let me see. This still has remnants of the blue shade on there, so let me see. Like I don't know. I feel like it just should just go all the way like arched. That's pretty. Okay, that works. Whatever remnants was left on this brush, just subtly added to the look up here. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna take this blush with the pink shade and just blend that a little bit better. I don't really like a super prominent brow bone highlight, but today we did it. Ooh, child. And the reason I don't like it is because I don't get my eyebrows done. So I have like a lot of usually brow hairs right here that get all up in the mix, but yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna take the same shade Rose Radiance, this pink one, and just run it on the lower lash line. Wow, that looks terrible under my under eye. What's going on there? Wow, my concealer is not sitting right under my under eye right now. I'm just now noticing that. Yeah, that looks really like creepy and sad. Anyway, next we're gonna go in Iridescent Icon, this whitish shade with the pink shift, and I'm just gonna slap that all over the lid. This is really pretty. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but like it has like, it's kind of hard to see it on this backdrop with the pink matte, but it's really pretty. It has like this nice mermaid violet pink iridescent orchid vibes. Like it's so pretty. It reminds me of a shade though of hers, and I can't like think of it off the top of my head, but yeah, I just packed that on the whole lid. I'm gonna take my blending brush that I used earlier and just blend that better. No additional product, but I bring that pretty like high up. If I was using these wet, this would look like 20 times more like crazy. It looks crazy dry. Like the dimension on it is ridiculous. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up, but it is super like reflective, multi-dimensional. Like this glitter is very like extra. If I had to describe it as anything, extra. A small little flat shader brush for my inner corner. I'm gonna take the blue shade Aqua Aurora and put that on the inner corner. I will say they do pick up easy, but like I said, there is fallout with this. So like if you're concerned about glitter being on your face, do your eye makeup first. I like this side went on better than the other side. Like the other side I was like, but I also like wiped off my eye and redid it again, so that might have everything to do with it, because the first eye look, I was so indecisive in what I wanted to do, because like I had a million and one ideas like spinning in my head, which is a good thing, because like usually with the eyeshadow palette you want to have, you know, multiple ideas and versatility in your looks. But yeah, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, and then I started to do something and I was like, no, I want to do this instead. So we did this instead. But yeah, I focus that mainly on the inner corner. I'm gonna take a blending brush and just smooth the top out here. Again, I am seeing a lot of glitter just like falling down my face, so just be wary of that. Next, we're gonna use the same brush, and I'm just gonna like put it on the lower inner lash line. I'm gonna take a little bit of that blue shade. I'm not taking a lot. Aqua Aurora, and just again like copying what I did on the other side. This shade is a lot. Like I found myself having to like wipe off my brush frequently while using it. Gonna take a little bit more of the pink shade Rose Radiance and just like blend that better. Gonna take the smaller detail blending brush and just like fix that up. I feel like I have better control with this brush. I already made a dent in this pink shade and I just used it for the first time today, so I say pink because like in person it looks pink, but like on my eyes it's translating more like a purple, which is interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna fix this fucked up under eye situation that's going on right now, and then like do blush and highlighter, and then that's the look for the day. Okay. That took forever for me to like get my lashes and all that together. I'm just gonna lightly go over my face one more time with this brush to make sure everything's smooth, because that under eye situation was nasty earlier. Yeah, I'm trying something new. The foundation color is too light. Like it's not really matching my neck. It's washing me out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Sephora employees, every time like they color match me, they tend to like go with a lighter shade than what I say I actually am. Because like I tell them a shade I am and they'd be like, oh, that's a little too dark, honey. No, I wanted to match my neck. Like that's usually what I go for. Because if I wanted to like throw on the foundation all over the face and go about my day, like I don't have to worry about like there being like a drastic difference. Anyway, this purple eye look is giving me like mermaid vibes. I love it. Kind of going with the Chanel just because like it's a little bit more fit in the purple and ethereal vibe. So we're gonna do that today, and I'm gonna mix them. Like this is really pretty. I'm gonna take this nude opal shade from her Love collection that released earlier this year and use it as a highlighter. Oh, that's pretty. Yes. I am doing the most today. That's really pretty. Oh, okay. I'm gonna spray my face really quickly. Should have took out my hair after the fact, but you know, I was excited. I'm not crazy about this e.l.f. spray. I'm not crazy about the way it sprays out. Is the main reason I don't care for it too much. but I do want to look dewy, so like we're just gonna go with it. You have to shake it like aggressive each and every time you use it. You know what it feels like? It feels like, you know those misting fans in amusement parks? That's what it feels like spraying that on my face. Like a light misting of water. It also smells a little funny, like glue or an old shoe. I absolutely learned my lesson from yesterday. We are doing eyes first. I'm gonna recreate what I did on this side over here. I just mainly use these two shades, the top two shades. So this is Lilac Luminary and the Iridescent Icon. I basically took the Lilac Luminary all over the lid and on the lower lash line, and then I took Iridescent Icon, this white shade, and I put that like on the brow bone and in the inner corner and on the inner corner of the lower lash line as well, and that basically is the look. Oh, and I did take a little bit of my bronzer. I took the Dior Forever bronzer in the crease before I started. So yeah, just that's a little bit of like the color you were seeing in the crease is that bronzer. So I'm just gonna take this, ooh, like I just felt that like just drop all over my face. I can still feel it dropping all over my face. Like these shades in here are super messy. It is definitely a do your eyes first palette for sure. I'm gonna take a blending brush and just like smooth that out a little bit. I have glitter like all in my lap. It's definitely a messy palette for sure. I'm gonna take a flat shader brush and take that Lilac Luminary shade and just like get all the spots I couldn't really reach with my finger too well, and basically just blend upward to the crease. This is a really pretty purpley lilac shade, like stunning. Obviously you can also wet your brush to amp it up more. I'm just like wanting to see how this palette just performs on its own. I think if I was to wet it, it would definitely be like more aggressive, like intensity. Like it's already intense, it would be way more intense if I was to wet this brush. Taking a little bit more and just like blending it mostly in the crease here, just to bring it up higher. It looks like this side is a little higher than this side. But yeah, then I'm gonna take a flat shader brush, this one in particular, and just run that on the lower lash line. Yeah, I think this palette does well like as an accent palette. Like if you take like one or two of these shades out of here and use it in combination with some other matte you own, like this palette will definitely shine bright. It's definitely way better than that iridescent nonsense she came out with a few years ago. I did a video on it. That was not, I think I got something in my eye. I'm gonna have to like rinse it out with water in a second. Not water, but I do have these little drops on standby. But yeah, it's way better than that iridescent nonsense she came out with a few years ago, which wasn't very black girl friendly. Whew, thank God I did my makeup fast. I always keep this on my desk. It's basically eye relief eye wash. It was recommended to me by a eye doctor, just to like rinse your eye out on like the fly. This is definitely way better than that one. I'm gonna give her credit there. Then I'm gonna take Iridescent Icon, the pinky duochrome shade, and I'm just gonna take a flat shader and just put that on the inner portion of the eye. See, the thing is, I'm not sure the camera's picking it up. Like, I can definitely see like the pink in here. I'm just gonna take that clean blending brush, no additional product, and just smooth that out better. Dude, it's glitter everywhere. It's in my nose. And then I'm gonna take that same flat shader and just drag the Iridescent Icon shade again on the lower. Take a little bit of Iridescent Icon. I believe I put some up here, so I'm gonna put some up here too. Just a little bit, not a lot. Gonna clear off my face and then like we can come back and do the rest of the face, and that is that. So yeah, I bought this. I have no regrets really. I mean, I knew this was going to be decent quality. This looks ethereal, mermaid vibes on my lids. But the fact that I had so many ideas whirling in my head while looking at this is a good thing, because that means there's versatility here. I see multiple looks I can get out of it. This works better as a companion palette than it does like a full-on palette by itself. As I can see, this whole collection is still in stock. I like this. This is fun. This definitely got me like in my like artsy doing the fucking most bag, but I do like this. The only shade I would say I wish was like, this one's a little gaslighty. It looks pink in the pan. It looks pink sitting in front of me, but it comes off more magenta purple actually on my skin tone on lids. Like the eye look I'm seeing in the mirror down here is more purple heavy with like a pop of that turquoise blue. And this duochrome shade, it reminds me of that highlighter, except it's not baked. It's in a shimmer format. It's also in one of her Mothership palettes. Which one is it? Oh, please hold. So the shade it reminds me of is from Mothership 7 Divine Rose. It's Iridescent Pink 003. The one in the palette is baked though, and therefore has more of a sheen and silky texture on the lids, whereas Iridescent Icon from Opalescent Orchid is a shimmer format, packed with a whole lot of glitter particles, giving it a more disco ball effect. They both have the same pink to white to gold flip. It's just one is more sparkly and the other is a sheen due to the difference in formulation. It reminds me of a metallic version of Iridescent Pink 003, except it has glitter in it, and it's causing like a very vibrant like pink duochrome shift. This palette does have a lot of fallout. Definitely do your eye makeup first, because I got like turquoise and pink and purple and all the glitter like literally just falling down my face. I would say this is the most crumbly Pat McGrath. I did get to wipe away for the most part, but yeah, this is the most crumbly Pat McGrath palette I have tried to date as far as that is concerned. So if you're a person that doesn't like fallout, this isn't for you. I'm trying to think anything else I want to say about this. I like this, like, ooh. Yeah, I like this a lot. I don't have anything bad to really say about it. So I like this. I'm happy with this. I was happy with the last quad she came out with, the Valentine's Day collection. Like, Pat McGrath is always going to give you good quality. Like, she's not going to fail you as far as quality. She does release a lot of like, you know, purples, pinks, but that's like her vibe. I'm assuming it's probably her favorite color at this point. Am I disappointed that we don't have like an announcement for Mothership on the way? A little, slightly. If they're struggling for ideas, hit me up. I have several, and they're not pink. Like she'll ever see this video, but like I do have like a plethora of ideas. Like I would like to see like more like an orange fiery red Pat McGrath palette, and I want like one of her special shades to be like VR whatever. Like I want it to be yellow, gold, orange with turquoise shift in it. Oh my god, I would die for like a shade like that. But that's just me and my wishful thinking. I'm not sure if we're getting a Mothership this year, so that's the only thing I'm kind of disappointed at. If this is all we get in some holiday releases, then like I think this is gonna be the first time in a long time like Pat McGrath hasn't released the Mothership. She's literally historically been releasing them faithfully ever since Mothership 5 every year. But who knows, the year's not over. But again, this is the time of year she would normally announce that like that's coming. Is August, and it's August, so yeah. But that's all from me today. I appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me if you were interested in anything from the Pat McGrath Labs newest release, the 2 eyeshadow quads. If you picked any of them up, are you waiting for a sale? Are you just passing on it altogether? Let me know your thoughts on Pat McGrath as a brand down below in the comments. Overall, like, just how you feel about them at this moment in time. Anything you want to talk about, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.